There we go. All right. Whew. All right. I think we're probably going to have another long-range patrol tonight. Just because I want to try another menu out of this particular box. They've been in pretty good shape so far, so I guess I can kind of lean this over. I mean, it's upside down, but it's 8364. Huh. So 1 day before 1999. I didn't realize that. That is a 4, I think. That's what it looks like on the screen, 364. But that is a Julian date code for anybody who doesn't know. The first number is the year. And you've got to know, with the United States military, you got to know roundabout what decade you're dealing with. Or you could think that this was, 2018, I guess. I mean, if you didn't know any better. And then 364 is the day of the year, 365 days. So just one between 1 and 365 is what number you'll have following up your year day or your year number. So this, wait, 1230, that looks like a 99. 1230 of 98 is what that should say. And then down here it has an inspection of 12 of 08. So 10 years later. 10 years is how long they put on these. Now they put, Mountain House has put 25 years on the mains, but to account for the other items in these to last 10 years, that's a pretty extraordinary move on the part of the United States government to decide that some food was going to last 10 years. Really, that's a big move. Because they never did that until this particular year. Well, I think this is a 1 year only. There might be 1999s out there. I'm pretty sure that I've seen them before, but I can't remember. Murray, hello. Let's turn the camera around. Hello, folks. Let's tilt it down a little bit so I don't look like I don't like the upward camera angle so much. I'd much rather have a higher angle, and I will have soon. We are going to fix that soon. 14. Where are you at, Germs? I guess my tripod's not very sturdy. Let's see. Let's go back. Hey, what's up, Smitty? Smitty's here. Smitty's the first one to come and make a comment. He made the first chat. Yeah, the long-range patrols, these legit are... Man, it's really hard to pick it as a definitive favorite, but it's way up there on my list of rations that I really like. Like, this is up there. The Ration Cold Weathers from the similar era are also, well, they're better. They're 2 parts. You got 3 full meals in there with your breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I got one handy right here. The 2 parts, 2 bags. Next time it snows, I should have done this when we had all that snow, that first big snow, but I don't think I got to stream that. Something happened. Probably the weather. Whoa, Brownie, you're going to knock that over. Get down. Get down. All right, hang on a second. Brownie. And I got a box back here from Delicious that I really need to get to, because I've had it for a while now, but he hasn't showed up in the chat, so I don't want to open it without him being here. Hey, Spicy's here. Spicy Tuna Rolls is here. But yeah, box from Delicious. It's actually quite heavy, which honestly, usually his boxes aren't really that heavy. I think that has to do with his postal, like the way that you ship out of Poland. It's a lot cheaper, I think, to send lighter packages. I think they do a lot of weight-based instead of size-based. We do both here, but shipping in the United States is been outrageous for the past 7 ish years. Before then, I wouldn't have called it affordable, but I would have called it a lot more reasonable than what it is now. Now it's ridiculous. So, anyways, 2 parts. Ration cold weather. This is up there with being like my favorite rations. And not only that, this is one of the famous Rathco freeze-dried rations that has the you don't want to call it infamous, famous fruit soups. Only ration that ever came in right here. That's more of a European thing. The fruit soup, it's not really something that that Americans are familiar with. It's just got it's what would I call it? It's got a lot of pectin added to a fruity, sugary syrup, and depending on how much water you add to it, that'll decide how thick it's going to be. And usually you add hot water and let it cool down, and it really thickens up as it cools down. But this is our breakfast. This is your A portion, and then you've got a B portion. Menu number 3. What is this? Scalloped potatoes with pork, and this is also bars and slices. So instead of just, for me, like portion wise, the mains in these are bigger than what I want to eat in one setting. Same with the long range patrols. So having it in those bars is really convenient because I can just take 2.5. I think there's 5 bars. I think there are 4, and then there's 1 long ways underneath them, if I remember right. And you can just take 2, break 1 in half, take 2.5 out, and you're eating exactly half the meal. It makes it really convenient that way. That chicken a la king, that's what I had for dinner last night. And I've gotten 3 solid meals out of 1 long range patrol main. So again, if you ration this stuff out, like this could last a normal person probably, like this single 1 day ration could probably last me, if I was trying to survive off of it, I'm sure I could stretch this out into 3, maybe 4 days. Easily 3 days. I could break the main down into 3 and then break everything else into 3 and have 3 solid days of calories. I want to say these are around 4,000. This has definitely got a hole in it. I just grabbed it, air shot into my arm right there. Yep. Looks like it got chewed on by a mouse. Looks like little teeth marks on it. Let me show you. I'll bet you that's what it is. I don't think I've ever really inspected this thing all that well. Yeah, looks like little teeth marks on it. Zoom in. There we go. Definitely a little hole right there. All right. Hey, what's up, Mr. John? But yeah, we gotta pull a menu out of there. I'm curious to know what style of beef they were using in this particular era of LRP. If it's going to be that, it's not really meat type meat. I don't know, man. I really don't like that stuff. The pressed and formed cubes which is probably what it's going to be, because based off the chicken a la king, that's kind of what the chicken in the chicken a la king was. So I up you guys a little bit on the status of what is going to be the studio, and I'm going to try to do next week. I hate to do it the same weekend as the Super Bowl, but do like a building warming party and have as many friends and family as I can to come in and give me ideas of what they think the building could be used for. I mean, studio wise, like how it could be laid out upstairs. You know, that's there's no certain way that has to be done upstairs. I mean, I could move the kitchen because of the way the plumbing is. There's plumbing in 3 different spots up there. It used to be 2 apartments from what we can tell. It's really strange because They would have been like 500-ish square feet, a little over 500. I mean, it's a little over 1,000 square feet. So on one floor, and they split that in half. And somebody like there was two apartments up there at one point, and this, from what I understand, it was many years ago that the last time they remember those being apartments in like the 50s, so maybe the 60s. They were building something, and I think that's why they split it in two so they could get rent off two different, rent out two different apartments. But here, I'll turn this around, turn this light off, and I will show you what I got going on here with the roof. This is what's got to get addressed first thing. I mean, the metal doesn't look that bad underneath there, the blue metal, but as you can see over here, like a lot of this metal flashing over here has been ripped off, and it's leaking back here on this corner. But there's also a very large vent, like ductwork that runs up to that vent for a industrial hood in the kitchen downstairs. So it's leaking on this corner right here, and I think a lot of it's coming through the window where that ductwork comes out of. I think we're not 100% sure if that's where it's coming from, but the boards back behind the gutters have rotted out. Well, not boards, it's a board that runs from one end to the other. This is the only area that there's an issue right now, and supposedly, from what I was told from the previous owner, it never leaked before, which I don't believe that, but maybe, because based on the floor and stuff, maybe it didn't, but it's definitely leaking now, and it has to get addressed. And there's no overhang on this, which is also bizarre. There needs to be an overhang right here, and we need to bring that gutter out away from the building some, so that we're actually catching the water. Right now, the water is just running over the gutter, half of it. It's, it's just not, it's running too fast and going over. That was 2 days ago up there. There's a lot of ice on top of it. But, the gutters aren't full of crap because there's no trees or anything, and the gutters look good. They need cleaned up a little bit, but yeah, we'll be able to reuse the gutters. Over here on this side, the flashing looks okay. And I have a walkthrough. I got a walkthrough video I can show you guys real quick. Let's see. I've got images of the inside downstairs, but I also have this quick. Oh, wow, that's horrible. What is going on? It's like it hasn't downloaded or something. Maybe if I pause it. Maybe it's because I haven't downloaded it. I might have put this up on YouTube. I can't remember. I don't think I did. But I got the bathroom cleaned up. Still got to clean the floors up. Oh yeah, the light stopped working. Right as I was taking this video, the light quit working in the bathroom. The light bulb went out when I flipped the switch. And this is back to the kitchen area, which ain't much of a kitchen anymore. I mean, there's no equipment or anything back there anymore. And then this is the little storage. What used to be, I think, like a pantry or cold storage or cool storage. I'm not real sure. That floor's got to go, though, in there. It's no good. I don't even know what that floor made out of that they put in there. That stuff, it's weird. I don't know why the sound's not coming through. I talked throughout this entire video. It's weird. Yeah, Brownie. And there's the old countertop. The downstairs ain't that bad, And those do work. So that's a big plus. I was actually able to heat it up in there. I left them on overnight one night, come back in there, and they were not working. There was an error code on them, so I had to, well, we shut the breaker off to them and let them reset, and they came back on, thank goodness. Paying a heating and cooling guy is not something that I particularly want to do. Knock on wood. Anyways, you get an idea what the layout's like. There's a better image of what it really looks like. There's a bunch of crap on top of the counter and stuff. And we don't know what this is for. There's no fireplace in it or anything, not upstairs or downstairs. I don't understand it. We may take that out. There's a good chance we probably will. This right here is where the stairs for the upstairs part go. And then the bathroom is on the end of it right there. This doesn't show it. No, I'm standing. Bathroom's right here on the other side. I only took 3 pictures. I'll have to go up and do a. Try to do a live stream up there. I have these T-Mobile home signal booster things. I'm going to take. I only have one now. I gave one to my son. But I'm going to take the one that I have up there and see if I can't get my signal to boost in there because turning the internet or anything on right there now doesn't make any sense. Not until we're at least almost done with renovations or at least well into them. And I had it in my head that I was going to go in, clean the downstairs part up, and start using it as the studio quickly, and start using that back part for storage. And I don't think that's going to be the case, because there's going to be some restructuring and some walls built downstairs. I don't think it'll be long before I'm in there, but I would say once we get started, it'll be like I'd say 6 weeks, probably 6 to 8 weeks to get it all done. And I mean done. But we got to have everything planned out. So, hey, looks like Dan is here. Let me get back through the chat and see what I missed here. Yeah, mini splits actually, I think I'm a fan of them. Like, I don't have much experience with them so far. I don't know how efficient they are, like, on the electricity bill. I hope that they aren't really bad. It only cost me $52 to get the electricity turned on up there, which I'm happy about. But the guy that was in there before me, like, he wasn't using any electricity. He was just using that place as storage and doing nothing with it. So the electric bill was virtually, I would assume, less than $50 is why they only charged me a $52 deposit to get it turned on. Again, I'm cool with that. I have ran them a little bit, and I've had lights on a few times. So I've been in there a few days. We've been up there messing around. When I get my first electric bill, I'll be interested to see what kind of power those mini splits are pulling, because I don't know. I don't know what they do. I hope that the AC portion of them works. You can't really tell because it's so cold outside. I hope that it's efficient enough to actually cool that building down. But as we were looking at it, and as we were thinking about how we're going to, like, space everything out, like, I don't know that those mini splits are going to be exactly what I need. Now, yeah, I don't know. I'd much rather have some sort of central air set up downstairs. And then the mini splits would be fine upstairs. Put one in the bedroom, one in the living room, and I think that would be fine. Now, I don't know how hot it's going to get up there with it being on the second floor and And depending on how well, we'll just have to insulate it well, insulate the roof well. And the walls, we have to build the walls out with 2x4s so we can run our electrical up there, because the way the electrical in that building, it is some of the worst I've ever seen. Legitimately. Like, they took extension cords and plugged them into outlets, took them to, I don't know where they're going actually, because they go into the wall, and they took them to light switches or other outlets, or I don't know what. There are some that I see where they've took them, plugged them in, and then wired them into some Romex right out, like no junction box, no, like, first of all, they're using extension cords that are plugged into outlets. Like, it is bananas what they got going on. And I hope that most of that is an upstairs issue thing, because we got to rip all that out anyways and start all over. And downstairs, you can see the majority of the wiring for downstairs, and look at the paneling back there. It's just, again, it's a mess. It's probably all going to have to be taken out and reran and redone. So it's basically, we're going to have to start all over, electrical with the electrical, because it's a mess. It's a mess. So we'll see. You know, hey, horny animal, I haven't seen you around forever. Yeah, there's work there, but I honestly, I don't feel like it's too much. Um, the outcome, the ending product is what I'm trying to stay focused on, like what it's going to be like when we're done. And I think it's well worth what we're going to put into it. I think it's going to end up being a really cool building. And my buddy that is contractor with me is trying to talk me into painting the building black. And I agree. I think it would look amazing black with like gray, like do the dark gray trim, and whatever else we do it, like trim it out in dark gray. But if that building has any historical significance, that building has made it over 100 years. I don't know exactly how much over 100, but over 100 years, I'm sure, without being painted. It's made it an entire 100 years without somebody coming in and saying, that would look better a different color. Let's paint it white. Usually that's what they were back. Somebody come in and paint it white, or like a beige or something. And that has not happened. That building is all original, still the original brick color. And, well, here, I'll show you guys. Some of you guys might not even know what it looks like, which is very possible. I might not have a picture of it on here, actually, now that I think about it. Shoot. Yeah, I do. Here we go. There it is. It's got these really... Hang on, let me see if I... Here. Like, see the bricks? They're different. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, horny animal look. Okay, yeah, you're right. Not where I live. They don't care. Like, permit-wise, there are minimal rules to what you can and can't do. Now, obviously, there's a state code when it comes to building a new building. But as far as renovations and stuff like that go, I mean, it's pretty relaxed. So, yes, I can paint the building black. Me and him were talking about if we do end up painting it, which is possible, which is actually, I'm 50-50 right now. It just all depends on what the history of this building turns out to be. I know there's been a lot of small businesses ran out of there over the past 50, 60 years, but I do not know the original origins of this building or if it has any historical significance to the town. And if it does, Maybe we can just put it back to looking the way it did whenever it was functioning, or whatever it was built as. We don't know. I don't know what that place was built as. It doesn't have any like really key features that give it away or anything. Half the floor is concrete, and the other half of the floor is wood, which I thought was weird. Like the original hardwoods are in there, and we're probably going to take out about, I don't know, 3 feet, 4 feet of the hardwoods, because the way that concrete is, it's lower than the wood. The wood's higher. The wood floor's higher. The concrete portion with tile on top of it is lower. So we're probably going to like make a straight line, and I may end up putting a wall right there. I doubt it though. If I put a wall right there, I don't know. See, that's the thing. The portioning out the sizes, the rooms and stuff, I have not got figured out yet. Especially the way the mini splits are already there. If I go rooming in the mini splits, then they're not going to do the job for the rest of the building. And as of right now, like, they are more than efficient to heat that building. I don't know about cooling it, but I do know that they heated that building without much trouble at all. They're pretty powerful. I don't know what BTUs they are, but they worked really well. Knock on wood. Pretty happy about the way those things worked out. LVT, should take a look at LBT. Lasts a long. What's LBT? Is that like the stuff you put on the outside? I don't know what LVT is. What is it? Better than no minutes. Sign up cookie. Smitty, is, I'm sure you know, 3 minutes is plenty to get some things done. 3 minutes is a long time, depending on what you're talking about. 3 minutes could be an eternity, depending on the situation, or 3 minutes could be gone in the blink of an eye, depending on the situation. You said LVT? LVT. Oh, wait, are you talking about flooring? Luxury vinyl plank, LVP? LVP flooring? Oh. Oh, luxury vinyl tiles. Okay. I have seen some really cool stuff for the outside of buildings that looks like stone. I mean, there's all different kinds of designs. I don't know if they're 3D printed. I don't know how they're made. Maybe they're poured into forms or something. But they got ones that look like different rocks. They got them that look like marble. But they're some sort of kind of like plastic material that doesn't fade in the sun, supposedly. So I don't know. But yeah, I'll probably put LBP on the other side where we're going to have to make a cut where the wood floor starts, which is going to take out, well, I don't know necessarily a cut, but we're going to have to take out that little bit of flooring. Let me see if I can show you. There we go. Huh, I guess I haven't downloaded those yet. Let me see here. Okay. You can kind of see, but where that, about right here, is where that line's going to be at when it comes to what we got to take out. So about where that tile floor is, we're going to have to make a straight line and come over. But this is all the original hardwoods right here. And they don't look too bad, honestly. I mean, they haven't been refinished or anything, and I probably won't. I kind of like the rough look of it. which that's a shadow on there. But I kind of like that. Honest, that's something that doesn't bother me is the not perfect nature of it, which it's going to clean up a lot more too. I mean, it's not. It hasn't been cleaned properly yet. The building is still dirty. I mean, the roof's leaking. There's water coming down the back wall in the kitchen area, and that what I said I didn't know if that it has definitely been leaking because that back wall is rotting. It's all going to have to come down and come off of there. And I've got that huge, and I mean huge. It's probably I'd say 10 foot long and like 7 foot deep, and then it's probably 6 foot tall. It's huge. It's the biggest kitchen. Like, what are those? Yeah, the hood, the industrial. It's industrial. It's still got the fire suppression system in it and everything, but it's probably going to have to go. It takes up a lot of room. I don't know if I need to get rid of it. If I might just leave it, take all the ductwork out, and it's already. I don't know. If it's going to eat up a lot of my space, I'll probably take it out. But it'd be kind of sad because that would mean to put another food business into that building, you would have to redo all that. And a fire suppression system right now, I've heard, it's going like 20 grand. So you'd have 30, 40 grand just in putting another kitchen back in there. I mean, the triple sinks back there. I'll probably leave that as my kitchen sink back there. I don't know. I don't plan on making it real residential downstairs. The industrial feel of everything is fine with me. Pre-finished factory for 15. What, lay new floors? I don't know. I kind of like the that, and I like the originality of it. Yeah, they're definitely staying. You couldn't talk me out of keeping. You couldn't talk me out of keeping what hardwood I'm going to keep. And then we're probably just going to put that LVP on the other side, and yeah, that's probably what we'll end up doing. There are places that you can shop around where they're fairly affordable, but I don't want to go with something that's cheap and cheaply made because I know it doesn't hold up. It gets wet one time, it's done. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that crap. I may end up, I don't know, if we can find enough old hardwoods, we might just fill that back in with hardwood. Yeah, I'm a fan of the actual real hardwood. I mean, they got a lot of stuff that mimics hardwood nowadays, but yeah, I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm talking about real plank hardwood. I did notice that there are 2 or 3 different sizes of hardwood floor. Just in that one main area right there. It's kind of weird. Some of it's real small. It's like maybe about that wide. It's towards the front. And then the majority of it is about that wide, probably. And then towards the back, there's some stuff that's, I don't know, it's probably 3-inch. And then the other stuff is probably between 1.5 and 2 inch. And then that stuff up front, I don't know how big. It's small. Like I said, it might be 1.5 inch or something. I'm not real sure. I ain't put a tape measure on it. All right, let's get into this box because I'm hungry. Brownie. Brownie. What are you doing, Brownie? I don't know why she wants to come in here and mess with me whenever I'm doing this. But she's got a habit of wanting to come in here and mess with me. Oh, yes, a good girl. Yes, Brownie. We love her. She's a good girl. Actually, she's grown up on this on live streams. She's grown up on this channel and on live streams. She's been on here ever since she was a little tiny kitten. You can go back about 7 years probably and find her on live streams as a little tiny kitten. I still got her and her brother, MJ, which he was named after his dad, Munchkin. Munch Jr. is what we called him. So, all right, Brownie. Let me get this box. I can't open it up here. Okay, you just bit me. Why'd you bite me? It's not like you. All right. Let's see what we got here. And then we got left in here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We got 14 left. What was in here to begin with? 16? Yep. There's only 2 out of this. Okay. Let's see. Definitely not doing sweet and sour pork. I've already done that one. So, seems like we did. I thought we did beef with rice, but I guess we haven't because I have 2 of them. What else? There's the other chicken a la king, which is a bigger meal. Ooh. Lasagna. That sounds really good. I wonder what the old lasagna is like. All right, there's one I'm definitely not doing. I am not a fan of MRE spaghetti or freeze-dried spaghetti. I don't like either one. Will I eat it if that's all I got to eat? Yeah, sure. But that's not the case right now, so I'm not gonna act like I don't have a choice. All right. There we go. Let's see, there's 8 different menus, ain't there? What else we got in here? Oh, forgot about this one. Chicken stew. I haven't done the chicken stew already, have I? Nope, there's the other one. Okay. I noticed that last one, it didn't have no crackers in it, which kind of sucks. Oh, here's the one and only other menu. So here's all the menus that I haven't done, except for, well, spaghetti's up there. No, Brownie, no. Here. What do you think about that? I put her in that sleeve of the case. All right, let's fix the camera. There we go. All right, this is what we got. That lasagna piqued my interest. I can't lie. Chicken stew sounds really good too. But I had a chicken meal last time, so maybe chicken isn't so appealing. And I just had chicken a la king last night, so we got, there's the lasagna, we got chili. Chili's probably pretty good. Beef stew, which I'm interested in what that beef is like. I'm just curious if it's going to be crap. Like that really gristly, pressed and formed stuff. Or if it's actually going to be like strings of meat and have the real grain of the meat to it. So I think those 2 are out. Beef and rice, I mean, that's a small one too. Doesn't feel like there's much to that. So it's definitely between these 3. Lasagna or beef stew. I don't think chili either. It's not really cold enough right now for chili. Been pretty warm here for a winter night. Brownie, you're killing me, man. All right, let me get rid of the ones I know I'm not doing. Chicken stew might be the next one that I do. I'm curious about the beef with rice. I haven't looked any of these up. I'm sure there are reviews of all these multiple times here on YouTube. A lot of my friends have probably done them. Trucker, CT's probably done some. Heck, maybe Smitty's done some. You name it. I need to send some of these to Delicious. That's who I bet he hasn't had any of these. I'm gonna send a few of these to him. He deserves it. Oh, I got a bunch of stuff I need to send LC too. Oh, I guess I picked lasagna. And was just putting them up. You haven't really? Why not, Smitty? Well, there's a link to Smitty and CT. Anybody who's new here or looking for other ration channels, I highly recommend going through my list. It's down in the description. It's a little harder to get to nowadays that YouTube's changed things around. You can still get there from right here, right now. Or just click, Smitty's over here in the chat. You can click on his name and I believe get to his channel that way. You used to be able to do that too. I don't know if you still can. It's been a minute since I've been on a live stream myself and done anything. I mean, I've been on a couple, but I haven't done anything like that. All right. There. That's done. All right. Man, I've had a sinus thing going on forever. Yeah, the link, there should be links to everybody in my description. There should be links to from everybody from Steve down to folks that don't even do it no more. I made a whole list a long time ago. I need to update it probably with a couple new ones. But I would say most everybody that would be around right now in here, link to their channel is in my description. We've always supported each other in the ration community. Most of us have. Let me rephrase that. Most of us have always supported each other by encouraging people to check out their channels and links. And I have tried to do that myself as much as I possibly can. Come on. Get in there. Here we go. There it is. Lasagna. That's what we're having tonight. Wow, that's actually pretty packed. More stuff in there than I thought was going to be in there. Only made by Warnick. This era of LRP was only made by Warnick. So you won't find Long Range Patrol looking like this that was made by any other manufacturer. Sapaco didn't do it. Ameriqual didn't do it. Only Warnick. And prior, actually no, after this, no, Meal Cold Weathers went through, wait a second, they've always been Warnick too, haven't they? I don't think Warnick, or, hang on, is MCW's ever made by anybody other than Warnick? I can't remember. All right, let's see what's in here. First off, I see this. Kind of, what in the world? Okay, I've never seen this before. 2 iced tea drink mixes. Very aged looking, I would have to say. They're kind of weird, man. 60 calories each. All carbohydrates and sugar. No vitamin C. It's just a little bit of flavored sugar. Iced tea drink mix with lemon and sugar. Who makes this? Ah, the Giannis brothers. Look at that. There it is. The Giannis Brothers Packaging Company out of Kansas City, Missouri. Yeah. Cool. Wait, that's got a date code on it, too. 292nd day of 1998. So how old is this? 98 to 04 because, let's see, is it 26? 26 years old? Something like that. What else we got in here? What's this? Ah, there's our accessory packet. And it is, I guess they only had one accessory packet. There was no A, B, C. Here's our partially biodegradable MRE spoon. At least it's partially biodegradable, whatever that means. Wow. What's this? Oh, a delaminating bran flake bar. Same as last time's. It was bran, wasn't it? I think it was a bran flake. Can't remember. What else? What else? What's this? What's this? Hey, look at that. We actually got crackers. Well, I'll be dipped. I didn't think they gave... Okay, cool. Man, Chicken a la King would have been awesome with some crackers added. I wish there would have been some crackers with Chicken a la King. What else? Here is our cooked, dehydrated lasagna with meat and sauce. Is there cheese in this lasagna? There better be. Mozzarella cheese. Yeah. All right, this should be good. 12 to 14 ounces of hot water. Wow, that's a lot of water. That would make a huge freaking meal. And you want to add that boiling hot water and let it set. We got one other thing in here. What is this? Really? Peanut butter? Huh. Didn't expect that. Man, that is a full thing of peanut butter, too. Old school, ounce and a half, a lot of peanut butter. I mean, it is a lot of peanut butter. So we got peanut butter crackers, a bran flake bar, and nothing really in the accessory packet. And 2 drink mixes. That's weird there's 2. I wonder if there's supposed to be 2. Am I still going to get coffee? I hope I still get coffee. Peanut butter. Huh. Weird. That's it. That's everything. Huh. I did not expect this to be this. That's what I get for not looking it up beforehand. But, I mean, of course, this is a huge meal. I mean, you're adding 12 to 14 ounces of water to this. I don't know if you can imagine, but that would end up being probably close to 2 pounds of food, roughly, if you were to weigh it out after you add all your water to it. And that's, if you just add the recommended amount of water, yeah, it's going to end up being probably 2 pounds. And then you might end up wanting to add a little bit more water. Just hydration standpoint. All right, let's see what's in this accessory packet real quick, I guess. Let's see if we still get coffee. Actually, let me use the razor blade. I like these old accessory packets. I try to keep them intact. Keep my leftovers inside of them. Have you had this one, CT? The John you see after Taco Bell? I missed something. Hey, there is a coffee. And we should have 2 of these. United States issued butt rations. It's for your booty hole. And that, yep, ×2. Use them for napkins. But mainly TP. There's your green chiclet style gum. A little faded. A little bit. It was stuck to the package too. I started moving it around. I didn't expect that. It's a little unusual. Hey, that feels like it's okay. All right. We might have a good red taster's choice. I think we had a good one last time too. Well, it's not perfect, but close enough. There's your creamer. It's non-dairy for all those that are allergic to dairy out there. I mean, honestly, the reason they went with that is because it lasts longer. Iodized salt. Probably won't need that. Here's your matches. They are black, purplish, white tip and strike on back. Shiny, dark green matches. And here's our little tiny pack of Domino sugar, 4 grams, same as the salt, but smaller and more compact. I don't know. Salt's just more dense. There's that much salt in there. The sugar, it's just not as much room in the package. It doesn't feel as heavy either. It's weird. Probably not exactly right. It's just round about 4 grams. All right, let me grab a tray. Throw this stuff on a tray, and then we will get that main going ASAP, and then we'll get into this other stuff. There we go. Bran flake bar, crackers, peanut butter. Put our drinks here. And I'm only going to use one of those. I don't know why they didn't put those in the accessory pack. That's weird. It kind of sucks. I mean, it would have kept them in a lot better shape than what they're in. All right, the rest of this stuff can go back into this accessory packet that I just said I was going to save. This is what I do. Put my stuff. Just got the salt, the 2 TPs, the matches, the gum, and a tea. And I'm sure I'll end up giving that away to somebody. They'll be like, oh yeah, thanks for crap. At least there's an iced tea drink mix in there, though. That makes this a good one. Alright, let me go get some hot water. Actually, let's go ahead and get this open first. And then I'll get the hot water. Look at that. Huh. There's a heat seal all the way through. That heat seal, they ended up cutting the bag, I guess, when they pressed that closed. I mean, it's perfectly sealed. You couldn't ask for a better sealed product. That is what makes Mountain House last so long, is their sealing process. And honestly, well, their freeze drying process is really good too. So no hiss, but it definitely let loose. There we go. Just smells like plastic. Just smells like plastic. And you don't get any nutritional information on these. 1998, that was not required, so they did not do it. Huh, look at that. It's got a 98, and then the 343rd day. This has got a 5-digit date code on it. That's strange. Let me straighten it out a little better. There. Look at that. I wish everything had a 5-digit date code on it. It would make things a lot better. Look how orange. Stain the packaging. Alright, here we go. It's double bagged. Look at the orange that's in this bag. Oil leak out, I guess. I don't know. Look at them noodles. Wow. Where'd that go? Freeze-dried noodle. Wonder if they left them undone some. Oh, wow. That's rubbery. Compared to the chicken a la king noodle that I ate last time, that I ate dry, it ain't got much taste. Noodle. But that texture, really weird. Really weird. All right, let me go get some water, I guess I can go ahead and portion it out before I even do that, because I'm only going to make about half of it. All right. Just break it in half. Take a spoon. That's a bit over half, and I made a mess. Of course I made a mess. Oh, dang it. All the good stuff. All right. That'll work. That's a big serving. It's probably a little bit too much, actually. So I'm going to need roughly about 6-7 ounces of water for this. And I'll need 6 for the coffee. So all right, let's take this off the bottom. So twist up the remainder. Stick it through the hole. This is how I kept the chicken a la king, and it's done perfect. Then I stick it back in the bag, like so, and I will get another 1 to 2 meals out of this. At least one more solid meal out of the lasagna. There it is. All right. We might want to look at that ingredients list here in a minute. All right, let me go get some water. Be right back. What's the matter, Stella? I had it set up to where I could grab an MRE if I needed to, but let's go ahead and get the drinks ready. There's friggin' orange powder everywhere. I made a mess. Okay, Delicious Cup. Go check out his channel. And I believe, is Dan still here? Dan is still here. I will be using my Australian cup, my Tim Tam cup. If not, I'm going to use one of these that I found in the old restaurant. Old Corning glass microwave. Okay. No idea how old it is, but I think you can date these things somehow. Looks like it's got an eyelash on it. But I got a little saucer for this to set on top of as well. I think it's kind of cool. All right, let's start with, I'll probably do hot tea. It says iced tea. I don't know. I like it hot, though, with the lemon. This, with hot water, I think is good. It brings out the flavor more. That's a personal preference. If you were wanting a cold drink, it works great as a cold drink as well. Yeah, we'll put the, yeah. Looks good, though. Doesn't look like it got any moisture damage or anything like that, so that's good. Hey, if you don't mind, hit that thumbs up or down. Either way. Just give Google their much-needed feedback and data dump that they so desperately crave. Hey, you're still here. Just driving. Oh, I got you. Man, thank you for the super chat. You didn't need to do that. And, yeah, definitely not. Yeah. I won't say it. You know it. Yeah, thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate that. We've had 2 more thumbs ups. It doesn't show me the thumbs down. So, I don't know why. I should be able to see those as well, but I can't. You know who's responsible for us losing the thumbs down counter on YouTube? Does anybody know? Can anybody answer in the chat for me? Who is responsible for us losing the thumbs down counter? And I do believe Justin Bieber had the most thumbs down video on YouTube when it happened. Oh, you can see a number on the thumbs down? Yeah, it doesn't show us. Maybe it's different in other countries. Good to see you, Investory. Mr. Greg. Mr. Greg. Misor. Misor. How do they say that? Misor? I don't know. This doesn't look good. That's bad. Look at that. That is furry coffee. Man, that does actually look really bad. No, it's in the cup. It's fine. It'll be fine. It's never killed me before. And I've had it before, so. Nope. Tom C. Nope. Anybody else got an answer for why we lost the thumbs down button? I remember this very, very clearly, what happened. I don't remember what exactly the video was. I'll have to go back and look. But I do know who was responsible for us losing. And yeah, Susan Wojcicki is ultimately the reason, which she's passed away now, which is kind of crazy. She was running YouTube at the time. But oh, you use a plug-in to see the thumbs down. Okay, I got you. At the time that we lost the thumbs down button, I believe it would have been it was either 2019 or 2020. I can't remember what year it was. I'd have to go back and double check on the year. But you can thank Joe Biden for us not having a thumbs down counter on regular YouTube now. You can still get it. Greg or Investory on here, he's got. I know there's like programs that you can like download or plug your YouTube into and still see them. I'm curious what the most hated political video has been in recent times, because I do not have that ability to see the thumbs downs. But yeah, Joe Biden's the reason we lost the thumbs down counter. And you can go back and check me on that and verify that. That's 100% what happened. Yep, is what it is. All right, I got tea, I got coffee. My water in there's done, but let's get the crackers opened up. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got nutritional information on these. 5 grams of fat, 180 calories. What we got sodium-wise? We got 130 milligrams of sodium. Not too bad, not too bad. I kind of wish there was more salt on these, but look at this. Perfectly intact. Except for that little tiny piece. But if you get new crackers, they will be in pieces. I can almost guarantee you. Even if you handle your MREs with baby gloves or just gentle hands, your crackers will most likely still be in pieces. It's I don't know. It's sacrilegious that the crackers are the way they are now. When they had them right, they had the crackers so right, and they just screwed them up more and more and more. Go back to the original, early 80s, beginning of MREs, cracker design, cracker. They had the perforations all the way through them where you could break them into 4 pieces. They were a little bit thicker. The malted barley was there, but it wasn't too overpowering. The salt was, oh, the salt. The salt was perfectly layered all over the top of them. Go back to the originals. They made them worse the whole time. I mean, these are 24 years old. They're still in perfect shape. They smell absolutely delectable for a MRE cracker. These were better, but they're much better than these even. So, hang on. Be right back. I hope that was long enough. It looks pretty hot. Alright, let's get this some water. It's going to take a lot more than that. Alright. Let's see, there was 17 in here. Almost. Alright. That's about half of the recommended water. Right there. Let's give the coffee what it wants. What do we got here left? A cup and a third. Look at that. That's what happens to that coffee whenever it's not right. It'll probably, that water should be hot enough to break it down, but I'm dumping this hot water in here. I'll go get some more hot water for it. Right back. Alright, I like that water machine that we got in there. Since we can't drink our water, we gotta have a water machine, which is awesome. But I do like the instant hot water access that we have. Hot tea. Probably needs a little bit more water, actually. I will get to that in a second. I got a bottle here. I'll add a little bit of this cold. Okay. Lid did not want to go on that. So I have part of a bran flake bar left. I'm just going to eat that instead of opening up another one. Cool, because I get to save a bran flake bar. It's been sealed for 24 years. Is that what we said? hang on, 98, 26. 26 years? Something like that. Let me mix this up. Ooh, I might have put too much water. Uh-oh. That's not good. That is not good. That's like soup. Did I screw it up? Chunks of tomato. Smells good too. Let me smell it. Oh man, I smell the cheese. We're just gonna let it set for about 5 minutes. I'm gonna use this cracker packaging to cover it. Nicely. Oh yeah, nice lid. Peanut butter. Let's get that opened up. Gun Dog says the smaller the hole, the more control. This is a fortified peanut butter. Has roasted peanuts, sugar, hydrogenated vegetable hydrogenated vegetable oil, rapeseed, cottonseed, and or soybean oils. All the stuff you don't want to really eat. Salt, vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin B6, and vitamin B1. So there's all your fortification of this peanut butter. Never had a bad peanut butter out of a package like this that I can recall. I have had bad peanut butter, but I have not had bad peanut butter that was still sealed like this. Maybe after it's opened and sets for a long time, maybe, but I don't know. All right, let's stir up our coffee real quick, since it doesn't look at that. Looks thick. I mean, it is got a thick film on top of it. Doesn't look good. It'll be fine. Ooh, hang on. A bunch of it stuck to the bottom. I don't know if it's creamer, sugar. Usually that stuff dissolves away, especially with super hot water like I had. And where this ain't an actual spoon, I'm not really scraping much of the bottom. What's the matter, Stella? Stella hurt her leg again. The other night she went outside and she was chasing a possum. And we assumed that's when she done it. So now she's been walking around on 3 legs. Haven't you, goofball? We got her on them stupid Shar-Pei fever medicine that it costs a fortune. And we don't even 100% know that that's really what's wrong with her. But the medication that she's on is called colchicine, and the stuff is absolutely toxic and horrible. It's horrible for humans. It's horrible. Like, if one of my cats was to get into it, it'd kill him. Like, get one dose of it, it would kill a cat. So we got to be super careful. We had to order it from 3 different suppliers all at once because the vet told us that we could next day it any time. So we ordered it thinking we'd get it next day, and then they couldn't get it, and they said it was going to be a week and a half. And so Stella was without medication for like 4 or 5 days, something like that. And she was feeling great. It was weird. She was feeling really good. And then we got the medication and gave it to her, and she immediately got sick after that. She came out of it quickly after 2 days, but she got sick. And then right after she started feeling better, she chased that possum and hurt her leg. I don't know how she hurt her leg. I don't even know if it's her leg. It might be her paw, like the pad of her foot. I've tried. I don't see anything wrong with it, but I don't know. She's my Stella, and she's part of our family, and she's a pain in the butt sometimes. She's by far by far the most expensive dog we've ever had. I have spent thousands of dollars in the last few months. I guess it's been, what, 5 months ago now. She's on medication that she's going to be on for life. It's a whole thing. But I'll do whatever it takes to take care of her, give her the best treatment she can have for as long as she needs it. Oh, that tea is looking good. It's nice and dark. I don't usually do this, but I'm going to start off with a sip of this. Well, it's still nice and warm. It's got a really nice color to it. Really nice, like, dark amber color. You can kind of, I think you can see the bottom of the glass, kind of. Just barely. Give it a try while it's hot. Sweet, tangy. The lemon is really not overpowering or anything, but it's stronger when it's hot like this. It's really pleasant. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Well, we're just kind of waiting on the main now. So let's give it a few minutes. Like 2 more minutes maybe. Something like that. Let me look through the chat. Our own meds warnings are worse than symptoms. Yeah, we have a pharmaceutical problem in America. Every single pharmaceutical drug that you take is petroleum-based. Petroleum is a byproduct of making gas and oil. And they were trying to come up with ways to use that petroleum, and they come up with a few inventive ways that us humans ended up consuming them. One being all of our drugs, petroleum-based. All of our pharmaceutical drugs. If you can come up with a decent, solid, natural remedy, which there's tons out there. I mean, I'm by far more and more behind the natural remedies. What was the discontinue? A monsoon season last 2 days. In Kentucky? Monsoon season? Fortified with hate. I mean, kind of not wrong. I mean, I feel like the government does things to shorten life intentionally. And I think their ultimate goal is decreasing the population. We're fatter, slower, more out of shape, sicker than ever before. I mean, well, I say than ever before. I mean, I guess before modern drugs came around. So you got to kind of make a balance between the two. And I know people that are hypochondriacs that'll go to the emergency room every time they fart and it hurts their butt cheeks when the air comes out. Like, those people end up taking way more drugs and things, treatment things, whatever, than it would ever be good for anyone. And the hospitals they'll gladly oblige. Make that money. Got to make that money. They're not going to tell you how to get healthy either. Well, that's Amber. Anybody saying hi to Amber? Yep. You've very rarely seen her in the background of these live streams. It's really rare, but you might hear me say something to her. My lighter, my pants, at the top of my pants pocket is separated. I guess I've had these jeans a long time. Sticking my hand in and out of my pocket has rubbed the top, like, sewed part off. And every once in a while, instead of sticking something in my pocket, it goes down my pants leg. I got to make sure that I'm down in there. I'd say another minute and my lasagna will be done. I'll call it done. I had the chicken a la king last night, and I don't feel like I used hot enough water, maybe. I mean, it was hot, hotter. It was probably the same as what I just used with the lasagna, but the chicken didn't get as soft as it did the first time that I made it. A couple weeks ago, something like that. The first time I made it on a live stream, it was perfect, and my water balance was better that time too. I added a little bit too much water last night and it ended up being a little bit soupy, but man, it was still amazing. That chicken a la king is really good. It's really good. It's nothing like the MRE chicken a la king. It just isn't. John, you out of here, buddy? We'll see you later, buddy. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out. Man, I have got some news that I want to tell you guys, but I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. Knock on wood. It could end up being really interesting. You guys will be happy with me. It'll be cool if I can make it happen. It'll be interesting. You had your gallbladder yanked in 07. What foods or ingredients to avoid or to add? Oh, yeah. That's not good. Thank you, Greg. I appreciate that, man. I'm making an effort to do something that I think is going to be really cool. If I can make it happen. If I can make this happen, it'll be really cool. It'll be not only cool for the channel and everybody who supports me on here, but it'll be cool for my local community as well. If I can make this happen, it'll be awesome. It'll be an achievement. I would mark it as an achievement. I believe it will be. I agree. I'm just believing it. I'm believing that I'm going to make it happen. I'm believing that I can make it happen. That's what I've been doing, and I've been taking the steps towards trying to make it happen. And so far, so good. That's all I can say. I could say more, but so far, so good. Everything is sounding good so far. So I don't know if it's going to happen, though. So I'm not going to stand here and tell you guys that, oh, yeah, this is going to happen. I can tell you what I've done leading up to it, I guess. I can do that. I think my lasagna is about to get cold. That stuff, as soon as it hits its, like, best point, I will definitely, I'll fill you guys in as soon as we get through this lasagna real quick, because I don't want it to get sloppy. Hopefully the water hasn't absorbed. And it hasn't. It's still soup. Oh, dang it. I was hoping it was going to thicken way up. Well, crap. I mean, it's lasagna soup. Dang. It's still steaming hot. But I wish I would have put a little bit less water in it. Literally maybe 1 ounce less would have made the difference. Because you're not playing with a whole bunch of water. I only put like 6.5 ounces in it. If I'd have put 5.5 ounces in it, it would be on the drier side. 1 ounce makes a big difference on that's a substantial amount of food. That's, I would say, probably at least a pound. That's probably at least 16 ounces, weight-wise. It looks good, though. The meat looks good. You can see the cheese. See that cheese right there on top of that meat? It's not stringy, but, well, it kind of is. It's not one to string, but... So we got what looks to be some ground beef. We got our noodles. We got some chunks of tomato right there. Get one of those in there. We got our ground beef. We got our tomato sauce, and our cheese. All right, here we go. Down the hatch. I haven't had lasagna in so long. It's a bit soupy, but I don't mind it. The noodles are perfectly al dente. They're not slimy and overdone. They got a nice little chew to them. The tomato sauce is really rich and well seasoned. Some oregano in there. Some onion. Definitely picking up on some onion. The meat leaves something to be desired. It's chewy. It's still beefy. It just, I don't know. The texture is not exactly... If you've ever had freeze-dried, like beef chunks like this that's rehydrated, you'll know what I mean. It's kind of like, it's almost kind of like it's gristly. That's not what it is. It's just, it doesn't rehydrate properly. So it has a weird chew to it, but it tastes good. And there's something in there that's like, I don't know if it's celery or onions or something. It's got an actual crunch to it, like a fresh crunch to it. It's really surprising to get that. It tastes exactly like lasagna should taste. It's really good. I want to try it with a piece of cracker. Crackers are pretty standard, you know, not salty, just a typical MRE cracker, flour flavored. Let's see if that tomato's got a crunch to it. It tastes really fresh. It don't need the crackers. This is way too good on its own. If you had like some garlic bread maybe. But this is a standalone main. The Chicken a la King crackers did add something to it. I had Ritz, that's all I had. And it did add something to it. That buttery Ritz though. I don't think an MRE cracker would have been that good with it. But it was a great standalone main as well. Chicken a la King, I could eat. That's what I ate last night, all on its own. This, I'm going to try to get some of that liquid off of it. Once you put it in, you can't take it out. Trying to somewhat prove that wrong here. Well, that's better. I don't know if that looks good to you at home, but in person it looks really good. The noodles are exactly the way they look. Perfect. It's nice and hot. I'll tell you what this doesn't taste like. It doesn't taste like any Chef Boyardee or anything along them lines. This tastes like fresh food. Because it is. It's really good, Kaylin. I like a good lasagna, but I really don't like a bad lasagna. This lasagna is good. Other than the beef being a little chewy, but that's to be expected with a freeze-dried beef chunk like this. It's very standard. You would have to have like really, really, really hot water to get that beef to rehydrate somewhat properly. And if you done that, your noodles would end up being overdone. Right now, I mean, this is about as good as it gets. I don't think you could have made it any much better than this outside of adding a little bit less water. Easy to eat, too. The cheese, there's plenty of it. I mean, it's just stacked in every bite. Do you want to try this, Amber? She might try it. I don't know. Probably not. I've had some amazing food on live streams. Nobody ever wants to share it with me. I'm okay with it, I guess. I like to share, though. Especially when it's unique stuff like this. I heard you. See, she just said no. So. I didn't get no crunch out of it. Actually, yeah. That does have a little bit of a fresh crunch to it between the teeth. That's a lot of cheese. Nah, I'm going to eat this while it's warm. It's not scalding hot or anything, but it's still plenty warm. I'd call it borderline hot. If I walked outside with it, it'd be steaming. Okay. I'm going to end up really, really full. Peanut butter crackers, the standard snack of an American soldier. This or cheese spread. Oops. A little fancy peanut butter on there. It's good looking peanut butter, I must say. Fortified or not, looks good. Creamy, peanut buttery, slightly sweet. There's a pretty stark difference between this formula and the new one. Yeah, I can really tell a difference. I don't know what all's changed, but this tastes different. This peanut butter is more rich. Almost like a more savory. The new peanut butter, I would say, is slightly sweeter. And it's just not as savory. I don't know what it is. It could be our peanuts are losing nutrients or something. Red taster choice, that was bad. Coffee. It tastes exactly like red taster's choice. It's slightly bitter. The tannins are, like, I would call them low medium. They don't really have that dry. It's there, but it's not strong. Excuse me. Daggone. Balance wise though, sugar, the creamer, it's very well balanced. It's not a bad cup of coffee. It's no coffee instant though. There's a very large difference between that and coffee instant. The blind taste test me every day. I'd tell you the difference. There's a big difference. And I don't drink a whole lot of coffee. I used to drink a lot of coffee. I don't anymore. Bran Flake Bar. Just like Raisin Bran, broken down into a dust almost and compressed with some sugar and some creamer added in there to make it like a cereal bar. Hard, but tasty in my opinion. It does have a real creaminess to it. Sweetness isn't the main thing about that. Like, you know, sometimes it'll be too sweet. That's not this. This is, actually, I would say, a very well-balanced bar with the sugar, the cream, and the bran flake. Really good. Gonna have to try it with a little bit of peanut butter. Let's see what that tastes like. Made it taste old. Ruined it. Not good. Peanut butter does not mix well with bran. Really brought the salt out of the peanut butter though. Not a fan of that though. There was flavor. Flavor profile is not my favorite. Not by a long shot. I can't do it. I was going to follow it up with the tea, but it doesn't work. Got to have the coffee. Yeah, good stuff. All right, I'm going to finish this while it's just still slightly warm. It's just a couple bites, maybe one or two. And it's starting to separate. Good stuff. $26-year-old lasagna. I mean, may as well just been cooked yesterday or today. It tastes that fresh. It is that fresh. Let's be honest. Freeze drying. An amazing technology. I feel is underutilized. And I understand it's time consuming. And that creates cost. Well, that and the electricity to do it. But man, it's such an amazing process and technology that we are underutilizing, in my personal opinion. Maybe somebody else thinks differently. Maybe someone could even change my mind about that. But that's kind of the way I'm thinking right now. I've always thought that, really. All right, let me find a smoke. I was wondering where these were at. What are you doing? You don't want that. Here, you can lick the bowl out. Here. Go ahead. No? You don't want to lick the bowl out? There's not much there, a little bit of cheese. Okay. Oop. What'd you say? It amazes and scares me at the same time how food can last so long. And yet it's still like yesterday it was made. That's why you find MREs fascinating. That's what fascinates a lot of people about MREs in general. I would have to say actual MREs, they age. Some age gracefully, some age horribly. That also has a lot to do with storage conditions. That's with any food. I mean, literally anything that you have in your pantry or your refrigerator. If you don't store them properly, they're not going to last as long. But when it comes to freeze-dried food, did they just put a 50? I think they just put a 50-year limit or a 50-year range on the Mountain House stuff, if I'm not mistaken. So, American Spirit non-filter is the choice. I've been looking for these. I didn't know where they were at. I will use a match. Yeah, I ain't had one of these in a long time. These are quality smokes. They're like, in fact, this is probably $18 pack. And when I bought them, I didn't know they were non-filters. I bought them for like $2 or something, $3. They were on clearance at a gas station. I wish I'd have bought, because they had a bunch of packs of them. And I thought, well, those must be highly unpopular. I thought they were like a ultra light or something. They're non-filters. And they're full-size non-filter, too. They're not the shorts. They're good. They're really good. Smooth. They're full flavor. Burns super slow. Oh, wait. I still have I think it's these. You'll be able to tell me. I still got a couple. Is this them? These the ones you sent me? These Australian? Yeah, these are. These are the ones you sent me. How many do I got left? I got 2 left. 2 left. These are years old now. These are probably, I don't know what, 3 or 4 years old. I would say these are probably at least 5 years old. Yep, got 2 left. Got the lucky and one other one. Yep, 2. Yep, 2. I did have the receipt with them too that you sent me. I kept it right behind it. It's got to be here somewhere. Surely I haven't lost that. Oh, I got it. Okay. I got it. Prices over there are crazy. Crazy. Where I was just seeing something about cigarettes the other day, and they were like 50 a pack. Can't remember where it was at though. You'd think that would stick out in my mind more. Anyway, yeah, I guess that's the best deterrent is to raise the prices sky high. Roll your own. ORG, AS smokes with a dab of oregano, peppermint on the filter. Huh. Oregano or peppermint to make them menthol? Never thought about it. I think you can buy menthol tubes, can't you? Hey! Looky there. I eat everything. My dog eats human food, delicious. We feed Stella chicken and rice, tuna, salmon. That's pretty much all she's had since we switched her diet. She was eating crap, actual dog food. She was eating this lamb and rice stuff. Used to be her favorite. That was all organic. Oh, did it say oregano and I said organic? Wait, not oregano, just peppermint. Okay, wait, did I misread that? I did. Oh, it was the ORG. I was just assuming maybe. But maybe oregano. What is that? I bought a little tin of a spice one time that I've never used. It was really expensive. It was like $10 for this little tin, but I liked the tin. So I bought it, and it's completely sealed and wrapped in plastic, so I never opened it. I assume it stayed good. But I bought that like 10 years ago. I seen it not that long ago. I'm about to uncover all kinds of stuff like that. Whenever I move all my stuff out of here into the studio, I'll be finding stuff I haven't seen in 8 years. Salmon and sweet potato. What? Tonight? Maybe? But I'm talking about, she used to eat these cans of lamb and rice is what it was. Dog food was her favorite. Is what I was talking about. That comment from her just made me think. See you later, Storm Tracker. Yep, Kaylin will be doing a live stream most likely tomorrow, I would assume. I've been debating on whether I should even do that get-together thing, like the building warming party next weekend, because it's the Super Bowl weekend. And I've been seeing a lot and hearing a lot of stuff about how that people are thinking that the Super Bowl is rigged, and how these super rich people they've made huge bets on the game the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, I think it's been. And they've won really big. Wait, is Philadelphia in it? I don't even know who's in it. You think they're going to beat the Chiefs, huh? What's the betting odds right now? What's the consensus? What's everybody thinking? Chiefs? I don't know. I haven't paid any attention to it whatsoever. It's just not something I get into. I feel like there's a level of corruption in that. Well, probably all major sports, but mainly what I'm noticing is the NBA and the NFL. I can't wait. I can't wait very long, Amber. Building the work's got to get started. That's why I want to do it as soon as I can. I don't smoke non-filters very often, and I've tried a few different ones that are affordable, if you want to call them that, and they've been horrible. These, I could probably smoke these pretty regular. Like they, I don't know, there's something about it that's just way better than other non-filters. You got to go back, what, 50 years to get into a cigarette that is this decent. Whatever tobacco they're using in these American spirits is a high quality tobacco. There's no doubt about it. It's really smooth. There's no weird aftertaste or chemical taste or anything like that. They burn slow. It's just a high quality cigarette. I agree. Yeah. UFC is, I don't think it's been corrupted and rigged yet. When you're talking about actual UFC, I do think that it has touched parts of MMA. I think it's inevitable that it's going to happen in just about any situation like that you have where there's money, where there's so much money involved. It's just it's gonna happen. It's not that old. It's probably like 5 or 6 years old if I was to guess, because they had them on clearance for like $2. So, they could possibly be from 2014 or 2017. Probably 2017. So, not very old. These aren't old. Non-filter, though. And high quality. But like I said, like, it doesn't tell you that they're non-filters on there anywhere. And that's whenever I was getting them, I was like, what kind of cigarettes are those? They go, oh, no. I don't know what they are. Like, you guys sell those. It doesn't say non-filter on here anywhere. I take that back. Yes, it does. Right there. What, zoom? There we go. It's not going to pick it up. Huh. It says non-filter. Tobacco ingredients. Tobacco and water. Legit. That's what it says. It's all that's in there. That's the way it should be. Whereas Camel, like, they spray their tobacco with urea. Ugh. It's awful. And they've been doing it forever. Makes them taste like pee. Smell like pee. UFC in the 90s, no weight classes. Man, that was brutal, though. Like, I got into watching UFC in probably, like, before I left the trailer park in Gallipolis, which would have been, what year? Kylie was probably like 96, 97, somewhere along in there. Can't remember how old Kylie was when we moved out of there. I remember having UFC like watch parties over at my neighbor's house, at the Blazers. He used to get the, what was it, like, the tapes, the VHS tapes of UFCs, and we'd watch those. Maybe that's what we were watching. I don't remember. But one guy that used to come over there and hang out with us, I cannot remember. It was Shane something. He got into MMA. Like, he actually got into fighting and done pretty well, like, locally. When I say locally, that might have been East Coast. I don't know. But he did all right. I wonder whatever happened with him with that. You had all the original UFC tapes back before Dana was involved. I think there were no rules back then. I mean, it was. I don't even think there was like no below the. I don't think there was any rules against below the belt. I don't remember there being any rule. Wasn't it was there was no rules at all, and they made them fight over and over and over in the same night. Like they'd win a match and then they'd have to come back out in an hour or whatever and fight again. I mean, Horace Gracie was the reason I think why we started watching so much back then. Uh, that's the one. Tank. I remember Tank Abbott. Who else? Those are the two that stand out in my head. Was Gracie and Tank, and then I saw Gracie come back. What about 7 to 10 years ago? 6 to 10 years ago, and he tried to fight. I don't know how old he was when Ken Shamrock. Ken was kind of later, though. I would say probably like 3 or 4 years into it, maybe. But I do remember Ken Shamrock was an Olympic wrestler. Did he get into like WWF stuff too? There was there was no eye gouging. I was thinking about that. No throat strikes and no fish hooking, so in the mouth. Huh. But you could technically attack their lower regions. That's what I thought. I couldn't remember if he was in a WWF or whatever or not. I couldn't remember. It seemed like he was. He joined around 96, 97. Okay. That was probably about the time I moved. Might have been like, yeah. It was probably like 90, 96, 97. I think Kylie was about 4 or 5, my little sister. I don't remember there being a whole lot of groin strikes or anything that I can recall. I mean, I think I do remember a couple happening, but it wasn't anything that like dropped the guys. I assume they'd be wearing a cup. I mean, if you weren't, you'd be a fool. In one of the early UFCs before the rules, one guy got paid a receipt via many punches. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I'll have to look that up because I don't remember that. It's probably online somewhere, I would assume. Oh, Dan Severn, yeah. Yep. Who else? I can't believe one of the Buffers didn't announce the Mike Tyson fight. That was kind of shocking to me. But, I mean, his price tag is... I seen it a long time ago what he was getting paid for doing one night of announcing, and it was unbelievable. And a lot of times he'd just do the main event. You got it downloaded in your game. Oh yeah, Tank came to mind, and Hoist Gracie. Gracie, there was a couple brothers too. It seemed like that fought the Gracie brothers. It seemed like they were in it too. Oh no, he makes way more than 10 grand. Way more than 10 grand. Yeah, look it up. It's unreal what he gets paid. The Bruce Buffer and Michael Buffer, like how that ended up happening is so weird. Like they didn't even know they were brothers. It's really a crazy story, and they both ended up announcing like that. Let me Google it real quick. Michael Buffer is the original, right? Or was Bruce the original? Hang on, I don't remember. Bruce. Okay, Michael Buffer was the original. Okay, so he made anywhere from $25,000 to $100,000 per event, is what it's saying. Michael Buffer. Some promotions offered him up to $1 million for a single show. That's what I'd heard, that he made $1 million sometimes. His net worth, according to Google, which you can't go by that, but according to Google, $400 million. Wait, Delicious, you want me to open this package? Right now? I figured you wouldn't want me to do it so late in, but I'll do it. Let me check the chat. Where's he at? Oh, yeah, absolutely I can. Yes, sir. All right, I got to move the cat. Brownie, you got to get up. Up, up, up. Let me clear my table off. Here, lay down here, honey. There you go. All right, let me make some room here. Okay. All right. Just 1 second. Let me put this out of the way. My table is nice and dirty. Right back. Sweep the table off real quick. Okay, let's get the package up here. I did not take the label off the front, so let me cut our addresses off of here. Yeah, I was just saying, I got to send you a couple of these LRPs. I gotta send some to LC too, some stuff. I don't know what rations to send her, but there you go. All right. This should be the top of the box since that's where the label's at, so let's do that. I already kind of cut through it anyway. Get the razor blade. I always like to reseal the plastic if I can, with a piece of tape. All right, package from Delicious, all the way from Poland. How does this open? Looks like it opens down here. I think I'm doing this right. That's the way it feels. Yep. All right. We are in. We are in. Here we go. I've had this thing for probably 2 months, I would say. I don't know. Maybe not quite. All right, here we go. Hey, look at that. Well, look at that. It was a Christmas. It definitely didn't get here before Christmas. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. He said, Christmas is coming when this parcel arrives. It should be already in December. So let's make it Santa mail. That's awesome, man. He's got a couple vintage items. Okay, hang on. I don't want to find out what they are till we go through the box, and then I'll get the details. So very well packaged as usual. Delicious does a great job with the packaging. That's a given. Oh, look at that. Whoa. Sour? What? Sour chocolate? I have never heard of that before. I can't even come close. That's obviously not English. Maybe it's sour apple? I don't know. I'll read you the list here in a second. Let's see. What's this? This is British. Is this old British? Ministry of Defense. Chicken, sausage, and beans in tomato sauce. I've got some old British stuff, but I don't really have enough stuff to go with it. Like, I don't have mains or anything. I just got, like, accessory packets and a couple cans. This could actually work to go along with those. What year is this? Should say, right? Is it 04? Is it June 15th of 2004? I'm not sure. I think it's probably 2004. If not, maybe 06. 04 or 06. I think the last one is the year on their date. I'm pretty sure. Cool. There's another MOD, looks like. Is that what this is? Oh, whoa. Look at that. Do not remove this protective over packaging until about to prepare for consumption. United Kingdom. Wessler Foods Limited. Ooh, hamburger and beans. What's the year on this one? Is this 96? This looks like 96. October 28th, 1996. So this is definitely old. 96 is old for any British parts. That's for sure. So we got... Let me look at this one again. Yeah, that's probably 04. Yeah, I'm pretty confident with that being 04. That is cool. I love that packaging. It's so unusual. I've got some older British stuff that I've not opened before. I don't know if it's packaged like this or not. I don't know what that's out of. Okay, what else we got here? Well, that looks American. Whoa, that's an early cocoa beverage powder. It feels good, too. That would be no date code. This is early 80s. No date code on it. That's within the first 5 years or first 7. But I think this dark green like this, I think it's got to be within the first 5 years. Is there another one? ×2. Yeah. I'll bet you those are awesome. I'll bet you those are just fine. And we will find out. What's this? Cream crackers. 10 of them. These are military, right? Alimentos. There's a date code on there. Looks like 2020. Best Buy. I don't know. I don't know if that's 2020 or not. Best Buy. What's this? Ooh, is this some homemade jerky? Whoa. November 24 or of 24. That looks really seasoned. What's that say? I can't read that top part. Anyways, Delicious made this jerky, I'm assuming. That or somebody who knows. I'll find out on this paper over here, I'll bet. Look at here. Some Frankfurters from 82. 132nd day. 132nd day. That wouldn't be June, but you're getting close up into more out my. This is my birth year. So these are older than I am, actually. Not by much, but by probably about 100. No, not 100. Maybe like 80 days. What else we got in here? What's this? That is a hot chocolate. Euro Grand chocolate. Never seen that before. And lemon powder. This is old British right here. I know it. I've seen these before. 02. So January 7th of 2002. They called this something. They called it lemon. What'd they call this? They had a nickname for this powder. Can't remember what it was right off the top of my head. You got to be... Look at that. Look at that. I didn't know American Spirits were over there. Holy. And I was just... That's so weird that I was just had one of those and was talking about it. I've been looking for my American Spirits for a while. These are from Germany. Wow. That is crazy. Cool. Oh, we got a candy bar. A Kind bar. Peanut butter dark chocolate. Where's this from? All different kinds of languages on the back. Guarantee you this is made better than ones they make here in America. Kind is an American brand, but well, it's sold in America. I don't know if it's an American brand actually, but I guarantee the ingredients are better. And we're about to get that fixed. That's some food news we should have talked about. RFK is going to fix some food. And we got a huge pack of Lucky Strikes. Look at that. From Poland. Look at the size of that pack. Holy, that reminds me of Camel Wides. It's got to be 25s. Got to be 25 in there, right? Let's see. It's going to be a number on here somewhere that I can... 22, maybe? Is there 22 in here? And these are Lucky's Red. I wonder if these are better than the American versions. The American ones are, whoa, man, they went downhill so bad. The packaging over there is just like, I mean, could it get much more? I mean, it does get sadder, yes. Oh, okay, so there's 22 in here. And this is a standard size pack. And these must be like wides or something. Because you don't need that much more room for just 2 smokes, right? I would think you could fit like 4 in there. These got to be bigger than normal. That or there's some room in there? Yeah. They're a little loose in there, huh? Here, let's take a look. Okay. Got a couple of vintage items. UK meals from 96 and 02. Some United States Frankfurters, probably older. Definitely 1982. He said I'd be able to estimate better than he could. Interesting are the Danish beverages. This one, Eurogran. He says this is from 2007, and this is from 2002. So those are out of a Danish. Huh. And these are Brazilian biscuits. Whoa. That's crazy. And a current snack is the Polish chocolate with sour filling. Weedle. E-Weedle. E-Weedle. So sour. I got to try that. So he says, you were curious about if the American tobacco brands were gone abroad as bad as in the U.S. I can compare the Polish Luckies. I will have to, I think I do have a pack of Luckies somewhere, but I'll have to get a pack of Reds. I don't have a pack of Reds, I don't think. The second pack, not available in Poland, but he spotted it in Germany and thought I could also do an interesting comparison. That will be amazing. I got to buy a regular pack. I assume these are filtered, right? Where does it say here? It should say, if it's anything like the other pack, it should say back here somewhere. But it doesn't. Well, it probably does. It's just in German and I can't read it. My German, I'm not brushed up on my German. Aluminum free packs. So that means that the insert doesn't have aluminum. That's cool. Wait, filter. Does that mean it does have a filter or it doesn't have a filter? I don't know what that means. Not good for turtles. I see that. Yeah, that's going to be awesome to compare. German and Polish Lucky Strike. I don't think I have a Lucky Strike, but we will do all this. This should be, other than the 2 British packs, because those should go, or at least one of those. Are these Danish as well? Oh, you did say UK, didn't you? Let me look again. Far too generous, by the way. Plastic. Wait, what? Yeah, it means filter contains plastic. Oh. Oh. Interesting. Yeah, I also have a huge problem with plastic. I try to recycle as much as I can. I really do. And I'm trying to cut plastic out of my life as much as possible. Yeah, okay. So those are UK. Okay. So I know I have some accessories from around this era. I think I might have one of them right here. Nope. My bad. I thought I had one right here. But I do have some accessories and some cans from around these eras of the British stuff. So I could add to the British stuff and actually maybe get us a live stream out of trying old British stuff. But I'm going to try this right now. And then next live stream we will do tobacco comparisons. I will buy a pack of Lucky Reds. And I assume these are full flavor. I'll make sure they're yellow. Because all I have right now, American Spirit-wise, are these. And these are tan. But these are non-filters. That's what I just had, actually. Just had one of those. We're going to have to get you to make a trip over here, Delicious, once I got the place to stay ready. You have to come over here and stay in it. I'm working on it. It'll be not too awful long before it's ready. All right, got to try the chocolate. I love the packaging, even though there's plastic contained here, but it's got a nice matte finish to it. It does have a quality feel to it. It says it's so sour. I'm wondering if it's apple. Huh. It smells kind of like alcohol. I think it's apple. I think it's fruit. Look at that. Looks like marzipan. You guys know what that is? It's kind of a gritty filling for chocolate. I guess it's just chocolate. That's all I've ever had it in. All right, let's give this a try. It's got like marmalade in it. Or something. Citrusy. That reminds me of something from my childhood. we have these boxes of chocolates around Valentine's Day that have something similar to this. It's got like it's got a thicker filling, and I don't know if it's got the fruit in it or not. It's been literally since I was a kid, and that's what this reminds me of. It is slightly sour, and it's really well balanced with the chocolate. I gotta say, it's not what I expected, because you don't think sour and chocolate really mix, but this is pretty decent, and it tastes like, I can't tell if it's lemon. It's like the white stuff might be lemon, and then it's got like an orange, but maybe like an orange marmalade. Let's see if there's any English on this. Taking that piece out. It does smell the way it tastes. Ah, sour lemon filling. Interesting. Contains 1.8% lemon juice, milk chocolate 50%, sugar, cocoa butter, dried whole milk, cocoa mass, dried wheat whey, from milk, milk fat, emulsifiers, sugar, blah blah blah. What else is in here? Because it's I swear it tastes like there's some sort of citrus, like orange or mandarin or something. I don't see anything though. Huh. Yeah, we don't have anything like this other than maybe. Do you guys know those candies that I'm talking about around Valentine's Day that have that like I think it's usually white. That it's like it was always the ones that I didn't eat whenever I was a kid. Whenever I was the last time I probably went through a box of chocolates like that, I was probably like 10 or something. 9 or 10. It does taste really familiar though. And it looks like it's got a fruit filling to it. Like, yeah, see? Look. Look at this. See? That fruit. So if this is the lemon, then what's the white stuff? See? This orangish stuff is on top of the white stuff. You can see it in there. Huh. I'm not sure if that's the lemon. It could be. Then I don't know what the white stuff is. Just marzipan. I'm going to try just the white stuff. And the white stuff's the sour. It's got the more... I like that. It's a milky, soury filling. Yeah. We don't have anything like this. I like it. I like anything that's got a refreshing aftertaste, and this definitely has it. I would say most people would consider this to be pretty sour. It's not sour like a... It's not sour like a Sour Patch Kids or something like that, which that's only sour for a couple seconds when you first put it in your mouth. This stays consistently the sourness the whole time. The first bite's the most, I guess, jarring. I like it, though. I like that marmalade or whatever that is. That fruit filling. So this is out of a Danish, huh? Makes a whole liter of lemonade. No ingredients. I wonder how much sugar's in this. EP20250-9. That's not a date code. Huh. Production date. Definitely 2002. I got a bunch of, what is it? Dutch. I think I got a bunch of Dutch, old Dutch, like liver pate. And I got I can't remember what all I got. Some fruit soup. And can't remember what all was in them cans. I know there was a lot of liver pate. Got that from Gundog. Gundog doesn't like liver pate. I don't like liver pate either. My cats will like it if I open one. Probably. I'd say it's probably edible still. I don't know. Yeah, probably. Liver pate in a can probably holds up. Well, that was an awesome box. I got another box that I've got to get opened up that a guy from YouTube's, or not YouTube, but eBay sent me. Just kind of out of the blue after I ordered from him. He sent me this. It's from his time in the service, he said. And before I open this, I got to contact him and let him know I'm going to do it. Kind of heavy. Yeah, that'll be cool. That'll be cool. All right, well, I'm going to wrap this live stream up. Thank you guys so much. Lasagna, chocolate, iced tea with lemon, coffee. There's quite the mix of stuff going on in my belly right now. Okay, but thank you guys for hanging out. Dan, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up or down before you take off. Delicious. Thank you so much for the box. Or Peter, thank you so much for the box. That's his American name. His Polish name, I say Piotr. I don't know if that's correct. I'm probably mispronouncing it. Oh, yeah, join the Discord. I don't know if he can throw a link up there, but if he can, throw the link up there if you can, because I can't do it. I'd have to get it off of this device. But yeah, we'll definitely try to figure out a way to incorporate this, as much of this into a live stream as we can. Hopefully next week. Copy and paste that into your browser, and it should take you to my Discord. And I don't know if I have to approve you or not, but if I do, I'll do that as quickly as you ask. So, yeah. Stay tuned for updates to the building process. I'm definitely going to be filming all that. Hopefully not me filming it. Hopefully somebody else will film it. And, oh yeah. Okay. Before I go. Not very many of you guys left here. So this week, I had a conference call, video call, with the production company that um, that made Eating History, and I was talking to them about uh, possibly getting these buildings onto an HGTV show or something like that. So that happened, and there was no like, oh no, that can't, that'll never work, or there was none of that. So it's still up in the air, a possibility. I'm not counting on it to happen at all, but it's possible. So there's a lot here in this area that I feel like they could probably work with. So if they're interested in that, I'll certainly help them out in that aspect of, if I could get them here to improve the area, like that would be huge, huge for my area. It like nobody around here would ever dream of anything like that happening. So it would be huge. People wouldn't know how to think. They wouldn't know what to do. So I don't know that anything will come of it, but I'm trying. So I hope I can make something happen. But yeah, stay tuned. Regardless, you guys will see it start to finish, what I do with it. Again, I'm doing the studio first so I can get all my content and all my rations out of here, out of my house, and into an actual space where they are going to belong. And yeah, that's going to be awesome. So if you guys want to keep up with that, keep tuning in, and there will be videos of this stuff coming up. There are probably, I think I posted a couple like walkthrough videos maybe or something. I'm not sure if I posted them or not. I know I put one up. But yeah, hey Greg, thanks for the Discord. Thanks for everything, man. Encouraging words are so helpful. They really are. They keep me focused. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate your kind words as well. So, but all right, guys, that's where I'm going to end on that. It's something to think about. It's what I've done. We'll see if anything comes of it. Again, I'm not really counting on it, but I'm also counting on it. I'm going to just assume I can make this happen. So, all right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. And thanks to my patrons. Yeah, can't forget. And I'll see you guys on the next live stream. Later.